change. I love change. I embrace change. A lot of people are fearful of change. Change is not necessarily a bad thing. It just requires a bit of adaptation. Change can be a good thing, right? We just need to learn to embrace it. Yeah, so I thought it would be nice to get a bit of a change. But if you have any tips, love to hear them because, again, no clue what I'm doing. But I am having fun. I mean, I'm always having fun. Joie de vivre. I love life. I love everything. And here's the thing. I have not always been in that place. I have been in dark places, and that's why I love life so much. There's enough negativity in our world not to stress about it. So I just don't worry about it. Manifesting things, like, people who know me can back me up on that sometimes. Some people who know me, not all. No, seriously though, manifestation is something I've just been kind of talented at. You have to believe it. You can't believe it. You have to know what you're manifesting. You have to not only believe in it, you need to know that it's happening. You need to know that you're manifesting that. And that is a lot trickier than most people believe. But realize maybe they're not adopting it properly, but you really have to believe. Here's the thing, right? It's a very, very, very fine-tuned practice, manifestation. But if you can fine-tune it and mentally, it's actually really, really easy. I believe the universe helps us where we need to be helped. So if you're not in tune to where you should be in life, then maybe that's not as, I don't know, that's a good thing. I'd have to, see, that's where I'm like, ooh, I want to like find a way to test manifestation and like how doable it is, like scientific backing somehow on manifestation. The Rice experiments gives us a good view on, we don't necessarily need to see something for it to affect something. It doesn't necessarily have to be a word, but it can be the intent that causes the harm or the good. But I wonder what kind of experiment. Oh man. Oh man. So I'm a total mental geek that is like massively hyper-focused, introverted. So when these type of existential questions come up, I'm like, I have to find a way to figure this out. And I think what led to that is I questioned a lot about, I don't want to say God, because I'm the type of person who's like, but who created the creator, right? But at the same time, I think I was going through a lot of questioning on like, okay, so I get a lot of synchronicities in life, and like the spooky kind that like people can't believe in, but then like they see me experience it and they have to believe it because they legit see it happening in my life, right? And it's weird stuff sometimes, but man, so when you go through enough of that kind of stuff, you have to sit down and go, whoa. And I think I was at a point where I didn't want to believe in things, but I did want to believe in things, but I didn't know if I could believe in things, and I didn't know what to believe in, and I was very, very confused on a lot of things. But at the same time, it was like I was awakening somehow. It was weird. I cannot explain in a rational mindset. And as a rational, logical thinker, that pisses me off. But at the same time, I love it because it woke me up totally to realize how much you can really do in this world once you realize how limited we make ourselves be. We're not limited the way we think we are. We're so unlimited that way. And if you can like grow, or like live on a basis of love and like heart-filled energy, life is good and magical. Like, I find life is bright. You wake up and you open your door outside and suddenly it's like, you see the birds, you see the sky, you see the clouds, you see the sun, just everything's so beautiful and intense, and it's different. It's hard to explain, but yeah. It's really hard to explain, but everything I say is hard to explain. You can make a drinking game out of me saying it's hard to explain. Oh my god, how I'm getting everything done. Yet somehow I am. You know what, there's something else. See, I told you guys. I say you guys, there might be nobody, there might be somebody, but here I am. I told you guys. Yeah, I did though. I said I would end up painting for a bit longer, even though I said I thought I was done. This always happens, drives my husband crazy. I'll be like, yeah, I'll be there in 2 seconds. 3 hours later. No, that's not true. Not entirely. Is it dry enough? good. I think we're done. Oh, no, we're not. Yeah, I know. I'm not supposed to add anything after I paint it. And I know I'm saying, yeah, I know to nobody because I'm not even looking at the comments, but still. Yeah, I know. I shouldn't paint on it after I do that. But look, the little one is bothering me because I'm using like my daughter's paintbrushes. I don't even know how these ones ended up in here. But this is kind of darker than some of mine. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so happy you're still here. That's awesome. You guys are so sweet. I don't even know like how, like I'm looking at my screen finally and I don't even know like how this works or anything. There's like a power button. Is that how you turn it off? Let me know while I see if I even find them because, did I mention that I was disorganized? Oh, I did. Look, they're right here. Okay, let's do this. Happy holidays. It's story time. Today we're going to read 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. By Clement Clark Moore and Claire Fennell. I hope you guys can see the book properly. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mamma in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear? But a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew on my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys was flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes how they twinkled, his dimples how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight within his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight, Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good